Oval Arena because this fight is going to be fun. It's going to be explosive as long as it lasts, and either guy has the power to put the lights out of his opponents. The line, according to Joe Fortenbaum at Caesars, has not changed. Minus 900, plus 600 Yarde. The difference here, 18-1 odds for Yarde to win on points, 5-1 odds for Beterbiev to win on points.
See the movement already from Yarde. That's what he's going to have to do. Keep changing his position. Can't sit no longer than 2 seconds at a time.
It's too jittery this early in the fight. It's too jittery. And that is the anticipation of all the power and the strength that you've heard from Beterbiev. Yarde needs to respect Beterbiev on defense, but he's got to settle down. I know it's early, but he's got to start to settle down.
Especially when you're a power puncher and Yarde depends on his feet being planted in order to generate that power.
I like it. I like it because it's going to confuse and occupy Beterbiev. You know, I like that little jittery movement with the hand feints and hand gestures. It's going to slow him down. He thinks that Yarde is going to counter. Boom! There it is.
That's why he was dropped by Callum Johnson and Jeff Page early in their fights. That's the best chance that Yarde has, is to try to catch Artur Beterbiev early, but there's a risk with that.
And it's going to be, Beterbiev's going to have trouble early unless he lands a big shot.
Left counter from Beterbiev, who is steady and sets up that 1-2.
And those early nerves from Yarde is normal. It's normal. Good shot right there from Yarde that got Beterbiev's attention.
The quickness of Anthony Yarde, probably his biggest asset against Beterbiev, who has an extensive amateur career, 18 knockouts in 18 victories, but it's the quickness and the movement that Yarde has tonight that is setting him off.
He's act like he's going to do something, but he's not. But he's just buying time.
Body work from Beterbiev. Left hook there from Artur Beterbiev.
But he got to stay off the ropes. Yes. Too early for him to be on those ropes.
Lions in the camp stuff. It was a lot more instructions given in that corner than probably saw in that whole Kovalev fight.
So he's trying to line up Yarde with that right hand.
The thing that Beterbiev does really well is he doesn't hit an opponent where the target is. He tries to anticipate where they're going to duck and where they're going to be.
Artur Beterbiev is, when will he fight his age? And he's got a long amateur career. The quickness here from Anthony Yarde evident as he lands a nice double left hook. Now another left to the chin.
Beterbiev needs to pick up his jab. That's going to slow Yarde down. That's going to keep Yarde in place for that extra split second that Beterbiev needs to land a big shot.
An impressive knockout artist. All of his fights have ended by knockout, but so is Anthony Yarde as he gets flipped there with a nice right hand. And there's another right, and here comes the firefight that we knew was going to happen.
Now the fight started. The first big punch that was landed. And Yarde right now is taking it well.
Nice looping right there from Anthony Yarde.
That's where he needs to stay away from the ropes in the corner. You have no room to move. This isn't time for the Mayweather roll. It's time to be disciplined.
Oh, nice right uppercut from Anthony Yarde.
Beterbiev's attention.
Beautiful placed uppercut right there.
And he does it again.
Well, it just seems like when Beterbiev gets hit, he just get meaner. He gets tougher. Some guys, honest to God truth, when you hit them, that's when they open up.
Beterbiev probably felt like a right hand to Yarde.
You know who used to be like that? Marco Antonio Barrera. The fight didn't start until you landed something good, and then it was on. You can feel the tension in the air that one shot from either guy can put the other down and finish the fight. Physically, Beterbiev does not fight like a 38-year-old, but his skin marks up like that of a 38-year-old. He overcame a cut against Marcus Brown to get the win. And Anthony Yarde here going to work quickly with the looping right hand.
All Yarde has to do is keep his feet moving. He just has to keep walking along the ropes until he gets back to the center of the ring. That kind of physique can make you explosive, but it's only for short periods of time. That type of body will get tired on the other side of 6 rounds, especially if it's a high-paced fight.
We saw that against Sergey Kovalev, where we was in great shape, had him almost out in the 8th and 9th round, and then in round 11, he was stopped by a jab from the 35-year-old veteran. Nice body shot there with the right from Artur Beterbiev.
You're starting to see the technique already of Yarde starting to break down. He's starting to get hit more and more. That stab jab down to the body is working for Beterbiev.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yarde has given up a lot of energy, Tim, from the very outset, all on anticipation, anticipating Beterbiev landing that big shot, embracing for what it feels like. He's got to settle down. He still needs to be alert on defense, but he can't allow himself to be drained because it's a long fight up ahead.
Just keep paying attention. The jab right down to the level-changing jab to the midsection.
One of the things that gets overlooked because he's such a ferocious puncher is the fact that Artur Beterbiev was a 2-time Olympian. He had over 300 amateur fights, and we tend to forget that he has those movements. He's not quick, but he knows how to box.
Well, Beterbiev gets away with a lot, too, because nobody wants to open up to hit him. He's very hittable. He's been dropped, and you can see even in this fight, Yarde's landed clean shots. But nobody wants to open up and take the risk of him countering and landing with a big shot in return.
Beterbiev has already gotten Yarde to stand still already. They land heavy shots on you. They go down to the body, and they slow your legs down.
It's a good counter move right there from Beterbiev. Just took a half step back and landed a 1-2.
Artur Beterbiev, though, the right hand of Anthony Yarde doing some damage.
No disciplined jab from Yarde. That's a problem. No disciplined jab. But where you're seeing the jab from, you're seeing it from Beterbiev.
Woo! From the southpaw stance there. Good finish from Artur Beterbiev. Anthony Yarde.
It's part reputation, and a lot of it is substance, and it's the style. He doesn't have a high energy style, and that bodes well for a guy who's late in his 30s.
Oh, there's a right hand that shook Anthony Yarde. Here comes a left hook from Artur Beterbiev. He's starting to find a home for his shots. He's getting steady, and he's starting to find openings in Anthony Yarde, who's more settled and getting clipped. The legs underneath him are now wobbly, and here comes Artur Beterbiev.
Told you, dominate mid-range. It's a wrap now.
Anthony Yarde is where he doesn't need to be, Dre, against the ropes.
He's against the ropes. You can't fight well even with your back against the ropes. If you're going to fight toe-to-toe with Artur Beterbiev, it needs to be right there.
I just continuously looking at that left hook, looking at that right arm, the right guard of Yarde.
Look at Yarde's mouth. It's wide open.
Yeah, it's wide open, too. His mouth is wide open.
And Beterbiev is starting to find his range. He's found a range that's comfortable to fight in, where
nice counter.
Left hook there.
And he hurt him with that.
That buzzed Beterbiev a little bit.
Can he capitalize on this moment? And gets caught with the right hand coming in, and that's the danger. You want to play with fire, you want to exchange with Artur Beterbiev? Well, you better be ready to take some fire in return.
Man, Yarde could do a lot better by just coming behind his jab. He's flicking it. He's got to throw a power jab every now and again, just like Beterbiev is. Come behind the jab, 2 jabs and a right hand. But what he's doing is he's leading with the right hand, falling over his feet and allowing Beterbiev to counter. That takes more energy than to be technically sound, throw your jab, and throw the right hand behind it. You can't lose your technique in moments like this. You got to actually rely on it.
This is regular speed for Artur Beterbiev. Yarde looking a little bit slower here in the 4th round. But he's coming forward. He's trying to earn the respect of Artur Beterbiev, who says, how about you eat one of these uppercuts? And now the left eye of Anthony Yarde starting to get inflamed as the bell ends here this 4th round.
See Beterbiev with Yarde against the ropes, and he doesn't have to look for him. He knows where he's at, and Yarde can't escape. Beterbiev throws short shots. That's not a short shot, but within that same combination, that traveled 2 or 3 inches, and Yarde has no quit in him. He's fighting back even though he is fatigued. Mental, and it's physical.
And fighting at home.
And now you get a guy who is known for fading in Anthony Yarde. A jab from Sergey Kovalev in the 11th round stopped him in his first world title opportunity. What is going to happen here in the 2nd time against one of the most ferocious punchers in the game in Artur Beterbiev? Oh,
a jab.
Nice up jab.
Woo. Can't miss now. Technique is definitely faded by the wayside for Yarde. Now he's going to be hitting clip with clean shots. Right now he's seemingly taking it well. And he does have heart. Like Dre said, he will come back and he will try to contend against Beterbiev, but I don't know if that's a smart thing to do.
You see Beterbiev kind of get on his bike and kind of reset and start moving
Body
around.
work. Good body work right there.
Nice right to the body from Anthony Yarde. There's the jab from Artur Beterbiev. Yarde protecting that body with that belt guard. There's a shot right to the belt line.
I think both fighters need to be hitting to that body a lot more. Both.
Oh, nice counter left from Anthony Yarde.
Both guys exchanging right there. Oh! Big right hand. Now you see Beterbiev retreating, trying to use his legs.
You see an urgency in Yarde because he knows he cannot lose this fight.
Beterbiev with his hands down. Yarde with the looping left once again.
And Yarde is doing a better job this time than he did in the Kovalev fight. He's not shooting everything that he has. He's not punching himself out. He's landing a good shot. He's marching forward. He'll land another 2 good shots. He knows that he can't afford to punch himself out this way. But here comes Beterbiev.
Yes.
Beterbiev with thudding shots.
That's called experience. That's what you're seeing right now.
Nice right
Experience.
uppercut from Artur Beterbiev and the bell.
Good ending right there. Beautiful right hand. Signature punch of the round, of that last round. And then he came back with his own offense at the end of the fight.
So already the worse for wear after that explosive 5th round. There's a right hand from Artur Beterbiev. The instructions in the corner were go low.
He's got to wipe it away. He's got to stay focused.
Let's see how Yarde reacts to being cut here. He's never been cut as a pro, so it's uncharted territory for him.
He knows that Yarde is bothered by the blood, and he's just looking to land one big shot, the right shot that he can't see.
Yep, he's letting him work. He's letting him work, and he's letting him use up some more of his gas, and then he'll eventually step on the gas and start attacking Yarde.
He also has a knockout in the 12th round as a pro, so his power carries late.
This is great right here. Great offense from Yarde.
That's the punch right there that Yarde needs to throw. The jab to the stomach. You can stay on the outside. If you throw it right, you can stay protected, and you still win. You drain the opponent.
And there is now blood streaming from the eye of Artur Beterbiev. It looks like his cut is worse than Anthony Yarde's just because of where it's at.
It's a cut for a cut. We got ourselves a fight. Both fighters have been hurt.
The experience, though, favors Beterbiev. He's been there against Marcus Brown with the brutal cut. He had 1 round left, and he came out and finished that fight.
I see him tired, but regrouping and still looking for ways to try to win this fight.
Trying to land that right uppercut is Anthony Yarde. None of this lions in the camp stuff. This is a more serious, more mature Anthony Yarde.
Great exchanges towards the end of that last round. Both guys having their moments. You know, Yarde seemingly getting his 2nd win and also starting to get in a good rhythm. Landing beautiful counters.
His cut man is James Cook for Anthony Yarde and Russ Abner for Artur Beterbiev. Abner, a complete professional when it comes to working cuts. 7th round, Bernardo Suna alongside Hall of Famers Andre Ward and Timothy Bradley. And Anthony Yarde and Artur Beterbiev giving a Hall of Fame worth performance here in the 7th round.
I think both guys are putting on a great performance.
Yes, they are.
And the fight has really just started. Championship fights start about right now, right about that second half, that seventh round. Both guys are cut. Both guys have felt the other's power. And I want to see who digs deep mentally and physically and with their game plan to pull away.
Well, right now, it looks like Yarde is digging deep, definitely. And it seems like he got his 2nd win already. That's why he's pressing forward. And he's acclimated to the power. And when you land shots, you feel you can win. You feel you can win.
That's how you start to chip away at the psyche of a puncher, is to, A, still be around, and then have the audacity to hit them back after they hit you.
So he's getting into that territory where his power begins to fade. Nice left now from Anthony Yarde. Nice short left hook there from Artur Beterbiev.
And you got to talk him through these last 7 rounds. Son, he's 38 years old. You can be tired tomorrow. You don't have time to be tired right now.
Beautiful right hand from Anthony Yarde sends Artur Beterbiev reeling backwards towards the ropes. And now the champion turns Yarde around, lands a couple of uppercuts, a beautiful right hand, digs to the body, uppercut, and here we see the firefight we anticipated. Both fighters with their heart on their sleeve.
Body shot is the key. The body is the key, then go back to the head.
Sometimes when you get hit to the body, it reminds you to go to the body, and that's what Anthony Yarde just did.
You can't move that torso, you can't move that body, especially when the opponent is up against the wall. Good shot right there from Anthony Yarde.
Man, he's trying to set up that Emmanuel Navarrete uppercut.
Well, Beterbiev is walking straight in, and he squared up.
Yep.
Head right in the middle.
Beterbiev is wondering, how is Anthony Yarde standing up after everything that I've landed?
On Beterbiev. And towards the end, you always see Beterbiev start to turn it up.
An opportunity to upend what is a fight for the undisputed title between Artur Beterbiev and Dimitri Bivol. Only 29 jabs connected for Anthony Yarde compared to 49 for Artur Beterbiev. So it's a punch that is necessary, especially against a power puncher like Artur Beterbiev.
But it also allows Yarde to conserve energy. Even when he punches, he can give up less energy by just stepping behind the jab. It's more efficient that way. But what Yarde does a lot of times is reach with big shots, misses, then he has to get back in position.
And he uses the jab more as a rangefinder because he's either looking for the left hook, the check left hook, or the right hand.
There's that
pile driving jabs from Artur Beterbiev.
Yeah, that stick is coming out to play from Artur Beterbiev. There's a difference. His is a damaging jab, and Yarde's is a probing jab. Nice right hand, and now Yarde is hurt! Artur Beterbiev puts him on the canvas.
That's the punch that just missed about 30 seconds ago.
He's done. He is done. Look at the referee, or the fight will end. He's giving every opportunity, Steve Gray, for Anthony Yarde to continue. How will he deal with the onslaught from the beast? Nope, and Tunde Ajayi steps in, and Artur Beterbiev does it again. 19 victories, 19 knockouts, 8 championship fights. None have gone the distance because this man is a destructive force.
And